Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I was hoping that this would be my first impressions video on the Retevis RT3S and be able to talk about how well it was going to get to some of the DMR channels that I have, or talk groups that I've set up on my phone and all of that good and fun stuff. But I've got to tell you, this thing has been frustration in a box for me. I am not a non-technical person. Um, all my professional life, I've been working on computers. This goes back a good while. If you notice these gray hairs, I was networking back when we did BNC connections, installing drivers in very early versions of Windows to network, and getting the driver set for my computer to connect to this has reminded me of those traumatic early days of Windows getting drivers to work. I had a Windows 11 laptop that I installed the Retevis software on, but I needed the driver, so I downloaded the Retevis driver. It didn't work. Device was not set up properly, it said. I uninstalled that. I searched. I have installed 4 or 5 different recommended options on that laptop. Finally, I ran across that there are issues with Windows 11. Okay, let me find a Windows 10 machine, even though that's going to be hard to do now because I'm migrating all of my clients to 11 because end of life for support for Windows 10 is later this year. I get the Windows 10 laptop. I start back from the top of the heap. Retevis, your driver, didn't work. This TYT has a model radio that's similar, has an alternate drive. I went through 5 or 6 on the Windows 10 machine before I finally got one that it would talk to. I finally got, this was 2 nights ago. I was working on other things at the time, kind of back and forth between it. Do something, test, go back, work, come back, do something, test. I finally got it to read data off of that after probably several hours of on and off trying. My personal opinion, if I had just got this for fun at that point, it would have been in a box on the way back to Amazon. For the recording. So, just to give you a reference point, like I said, most of my professional life, I have worked on computers, installed drivers back in the bad days of Windows. I typically run Linux on my own systems and on most servers that I install and set up. I'm used to dealing with driver issues. I've been a network engineer, network administrator. Currently, the title that I hold with one place is IT manager. I usually beat tech issues into submission, and it's usually pretty quick and easy. This has been one of the more frustrating pieces of hardware that I have worked with to start out. Part of it, I'm sure, is DMR. But let me give an example. This, the 5RM, which I like, the TidRadio TDH3, both of those I was able to pick up within maybe a half hour of first getting it, have a couple frequencies programmed in, at least in the VFO, if not saved to a channel, analog frequencies, of course, and had the tone set, had the offset, and was able to transmit. Last night we had bad weather come through the area, and I would have loved to be able to tune into a couple of the digital networks that are local, but I didn't have the couple hours time to sit and piddle around at the computer to figure it out, nor did I have any clue how to start with the menu, because I've gone back and forth trying to manually set it, and it has been extremely obstinate. Now, maybe, in all fairness, I've not had a DMR radio before. I don't have experience with it, and so in time I'll get there. It's possible that after I learn what I need to do some tutorials on it, that it's gonna be fantastic and amazing. But this is one of the reasons that I'm talking to radio manufacturers here for a moment. This is one of the reasons why there are some people that are against DMR, because it needs to be pretty quick and easy to set up. It would be a very frustrating thing to have to start from scratch with this. Let's say you reset your radio for some reason and you're out somewhere needing to reprogram. Right now, it has pushed my patience. Now, that much said, because I'm doing it for this channel, I'm going to push on. I'm going to get it figured out. I do now understand why there are companies that will pre-configure radios for people. I used to program my own scanners. It's not like I've never done this before, and I am finding it very frustrating. So when I was looking at the Amazon reviews, I mentioned that this was pretty well reviewed, and it is. However, I did see a certain percentage of reviews on every single DMR radio that, oh, I'm returning this, I just couldn't get it set up. A significant percentage. There's got to be a better way to deal with this, because this is frustrating. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to get some tutorials myself. I'm going to go back through the manual, which, by the way, I have been through. I've followed the procedures they have in the manual for some things, and I am not finding success with what they have told me. So I'm going to do another follow-up after I get that set. And, we'll probably have several videos on this Retevis RT3S, because I got to tell you, this has been a trip. In any case, the other thing that I want to call out to radio manufacturers, please do not design your software setup for a radio that you will not support for a decent life. I know this radio first came out in 2018, but seeing all of the list of problems with Windows 11 for the driver to talk to this, if I'm to be cynical about this, we're going to be planned obsolete because we can't support the driver. Is that really what we want to do? And I'm sure they want to sell more radios. I get it. They want to sell the latest, greatest new one that has the new driver. But this is one reason why people go back to more simple things. I'm going to try it. I'm going to keep pushing. Along the way, I'm going to probably get some videos out on DroidStar, which is a good way to get to Brandmeister Network, DMR channels, talk groups, on your phone. And hopefully I will get this little thing beaten into submission before long, and we'll get some follow-up videos. So I wanted to give you an update on that. It's been fun. That's sarcasm. Thank you. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'm sure there are some of you out there that are going to say, oh, well, it's just so easy. All you do is XYZ. And that's fine. I'm glad it worked for you. But it hadn't been that easy for me yet. There might be a time that it will be. I'm going to keep at it. I'm definitely not giving up. I'm too stubborn for that. But make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you all for stopping by and for viewing this and the other videos. Check out some of the other videos as well. And y'all take care. Thanks.